Hello, Merry Christmas, and welcome to my review of the Death in Paradise Christmas special. Was going to stay up last night and do this. Didn't do that, so now I'm rushing to get this video out for the end of the day. And this was supposed to be my day off. I'm going out later, so I'm going to be busy. Great. You guys hate me, don't you? No, I'm joking. Okay, let's just get straight into it. The woman working over Christmas was really sad. I think that's a lot of what I've said this year, especially with me just doing Casualty, and Casualty is always very, we have to work through Christmas, and then it's, yay, everyone survives for once, and then the next episode, they'll kill off someone. Watch. If someone doesn't die in the next episode, I'd like you all to like the next episode of Casualty for me. I'm joking. None of you are probably watching this video having watched my Casualty series, but that's fine. Okay, seeing the actor from Horrible Histories, whose name I don't know, was really good. I love that actor. I think he's really funny, and I think he added a lot to this episode, and that is a positive. Next, I'm just going to be racing through this. I'm so sorry. I want to get this out. I want to get it done. I'm going to do it in one take, which is not what I normally do, and I'm so sorry. I'm going to try, if I've got time, to chuck pictures on screen. I don't know whether I'll have time. I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. But here we go. The detective trying to leave the island was really funny. The fact that we now know he's staying, because we know he's confirmed to be doing the next series. And he's also the first person of colour to be the lead detective in this show. So that is like a step in the right direction, I think. The curious child through this episode really makes me smile. Children always make me smile. I think having the right child actor is really difficult because there's so many of them, but I think he did a really good job. The phone call was interesting, very strange, and it does kind of make sense that they don't pursue it immediately, the way it's all put forward. Yeah, the double homicide was very interesting, and then it becomes a triple homicide, so it becomes a really interesting storyline. The fact that they're all in the Father Christmas outfits makes it even more interesting. The fact that it ends up being a coincidence as well is really strange to me, but I like it, and that's fun. Yeah. Finding the SD card was really scary, and the video itself was really, really, it was kind of freaky and I didn't like it, but it was kind of fun at the same time. Finding the simultaneous murder was very interesting. I think that kind of added to the whole, oh my gosh, this is really, oh, I've got a message. This is like really interesting sort of thing. Yeah, the computer upgrades were interesting. If you didn't notice, they've quite clearly got some new computers for this series. And considering right at the start he said we have a low budget, and then in that same episode they have new computers, that really made me smile. Yeah. The wife being angry, the fiance, I suppose you could call her a widow, being angry at herself was really interesting and really positive to see, making people understand that it's okay to have these feelings. The lab saying it was the same gun made it really interesting for me, and it made me really smile watching it because it's very, you know, oh my gosh, how the hell is this going to work? In the end, the way that they're just like, yeah, there were two guns and they weren't killed at the same time was a bit like, oh, okay. But at the same time, it was a great episode and no one can tell me otherwise. Yeah, throwing the ring made me smile. It really did make me smile. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to blow my nose. But it was really good. Oh. Right. Yeah, so the throwing of the ring was a very powerful moment. The woman calling the police was interesting and positive to see. The other phone call I was talking about was when she was there going, I don't love him anymore. I think I should break up with him. This is why I should read my notes a little bit more carefully. It's a very positive thing to see, though, the calling of the police, because it gives people, especially people who might have seen a crime or might be involved in a crime, the opportunity to be like, right, it's okay to come forward. So that is very, very positive to see. Dwayne, always wonderful to see. Sad that this is his last episode. Again, can we just keep Dwayne for like a little bit longer, please? Like, we love Dwayne and we just want him to stay. Please. Right, keep going. The third Santa was surprising. The want of protecting Santa 3 was great. I think that always wanted to protect the Father Christmas characters is a positive. Dwayne being forced into... Oh, what is that? I don't even know. But Dwayne being forced into protecting Santa 3 was really funny. It kind of made my Christmas. Like, it was so funny. Like, this whole episode is just full of funny moments. Yeah. Dwayne's dad being put in a house full of women, that was one of my favourite lines from the episode. And there's some good lines in here, some good delivery, and some really, really positive performances from a lot of the actors and actresses in this. Dwayne sharing a bed with Santa 3. Yes, this is starting to make my Christmas, really. Catherine being insulted by the inspector was really funny. It's a really positive change, because the last time she was insulted was by the first inspector, I believe. Oh no, it was by the last one, when he kept saying, chicken and chips. But yeah, this one was very much a slightly different way. That needs to come down. That was from the Moonflower Murders that didn't end up happening, so that's going to come down soon. I might put something else on there at some point. Yeah. And also it kind of gives you callbacks to season 1 when he's like, the French can't make tea. You know? Like, it's kind of fun to see. The children singers were very good. Like, it's a small bit, but it's really good to see them using child actors, especially at Christmas, because there's a lot of Christmas films with children in, such as them films. Yeah, I'm not going to try and name them, I'm sorry. You know what I mean, though. Like, Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, the woman accusing the inspector was wonderful, really funny, really, it was a really powerful moment and really fun. The inspector thinking that his mum lives on the street was really emotional, really powerful, and like I said, with it being the first person of colour to play an inspector in the show, it kind of adds a lot. Yeah. Dwayne being spooned absolutely made my Christmas. Just like moment of, and there goes my notebook. But yeah, it's so funny, this episode, and I recommend it if you've not watched it. You can probably guess like some of the story from this, but it's really funny. The worker leaving the island was surprising. The inspector not stopping was strange. The inspector not, the idea of him not stopping for a drink or going to the parties or out like that, it's very strange to watch from this show. The backing vocalist was interesting, being the businesswoman. Nice bit of progression. The party with Dwayne's dad was wonderful to watch, very funny. Like I said, full of funny moments, this. Dwayne being forced to look after a puppy made me smile so much. A lot of smiles, a lot of laughter in this episode. The way D.S. Thomas spends her Christmas sounds absolutely wonderful. And yeah, it kind of makes my Christmas watching this, and I loved it. The inspector's mum being dead was absolutely heartbreaking, and it kind of ruined the whole moment of that. It's really like gut punching to watch. The Commissioner moving the Inspector somewhere else was lovely, because it's always wonderful to see the shack that's been there from season 1, and you love it. The Inspector's reaction to Harry was probably one of the best so far. Like, most of them get really shocked and start screaming, whereas he was just like, oh, okay. And he's not bothered about the tree in the living room either. I think it's good. I think the shack has been, like, well used, that set. The Inspector hanging up on D.S. Thomas was really upsetting. It's really annoying because he's such an annoying character, but at the same time he's flawed in a positive way, so I kind of like him. Yeah. Dwayne making Christmas happen was wonderful. This was something we thought would happen. Like, I was watching it and I was just like, this, it's gonna happen. It just has to. The Horrible Histories actor having the gun was interesting. The idea that Officer Curtis and DS and the DS know what they're doing is good was really funny. So that was a line from the show where they're actually doing good, them too. That's kind of made my job easier. Yeah, Commissioner asking Inspector to step down, it was painful, it was emotional. It was only like 2 seconds, but it was really good to watch. The Inspector figuring out on the basketball court was really interesting. It was really new and it was really fun, and that's what I loved about it. The Commissioner calling it a traditional speech and giving it was interesting because I loved how uncomfortable he felt doing it, and it kind of made the we want to see what he does when he takes over properly. The Horrible Histories man being the killer was interesting. It was quite surprising because I didn't think that's the direction that they were going to go, but when they did, I was really happy with it. I love the way the murders play out. I think it's really good. Dwayne being caught out was wonderful by the being caught out by Darlene on the beach and they're on the boat. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really positive. The Commissioner's offer of the job was wonderful. I hope he rejects it, but he does accept it, because he stays on the island. So that was nice. Dwayne stepping down again is unfortunate. It's really annoying because he is one of my favourite characters. And if you've watched my live reaction short, you'll know that every time I'm smiling, it's probably because of Dwayne. I know I spent a lot of time just doing this when I'm watching it, but at the same time, I'm really interested in what Dwayne has to say. Yeah, calling the Inspector English reminded me of season 1 and a few of the further episodes as well, because Catherine's forever saying English. They're all the same, because they're all the same. And yeah, so the actor is confirmed to be staying for season 14. I thought this was a really positive episode. I thought it had some really, really good, strong moments in it. And yeah, so what was supposed to be just my 2024 notebook still has a few pages left, so I might be going into 2025 with me. Anyway, that's been my review of the Death in Paradise Christmas special. I will see you later in the week for Doctor Who and for Wallace and Gromit and I might see you for Casualty next week. Until then, bye bye.